Namaste. We all have heard about the Mahabharat war, which was fought between the Pandavas and the Kauravas. But did you know that just before the war began, Arjun, the Pandav prince, had a breakdown on the battlefield? He was confused whether he should fight or walk away from the war. That's when Bhagwan Sri Krishna spoke to Arjun. He showed him the right path, the path of Dharma, which gave wings to his broken spirit. Bhagwan's words of wisdom solved Arjun's confusion and empowered him to make the right choice. That conversation between Bhagwan Sri Krishna and Arjun in the middle of the battlefield, which took him from a breakdown to a breakthrough, is known as Srimad Bhagavad Gita. It literally means the divine song of God and consists of 700 verses across 18 chapters. So, just like Arjun, if we too want to rise from the valleys of sorrow and reach the peaks of joy, if we too want to learn how to smile through the ups and downs of life, if we too want to learn the secret of true happiness, then we must study the Bhagavad Gita. But before we begin, we must know that not only was the Gita given in the middle of the battlefield, but it is also placed right in the middle of the epic text Mahabharat composed by Maharshi Vedvyas. That is why before we dive into the Gita, it is necessary to have some background of the Mahabharat and know what led to the most epic war in history. This will give us proper context and better perspective to understand the finer details and deeper significance of the Gita as a whole. So, let's start with a quick introduction of the Mahabharat. Thousands of years ago, in the land of Bharat, two brothers, Dhritarashtra and Pandu, were born in the royal family of the Kuru dynasty. Dhritarashtra was older but blind since birth and therefore could not succeed the throne. That is why when the time came, his younger brother Pandu was made the king. Dhritarashtra was married to Gandhari and together they had 100 sons and one daughter. The sons were eventually known as the Kauravas. Pandu had two wives, Kunti and Madri. Kunti had three sons, Yudhishthir, Bhim and Arjun, while Madri had Nakul and Sahadev. These five brothers were known as the Pandavas. Unfortunately, Pandu did not rule for long and died young. Therefore, Dhritarashtra was made the nominal king. Then, the Pandavas and Kauravas studied under Guru Dronacharya together. The Pandavas grew up to be noble beings while the Kauravas were evil-minded. Yudhishthir was the eldest among the Pandavas as well as Kauravas and deserved to be the next king. However, Duryodhan, the eldest Kaurav, had his eyes set on the throne since childhood and wanted to wipe out the Pandavas at all costs. So, he planned several conspiracies to kill the Pandavas, but somehow they managed to survive each time. Dhritarashtra was well aware of Duryodhan's evil tendencies and knew he would keep going after the Pandavas. Therefore, to put an end to all potential conflict, the kingdom was divided in two parts. One part was given to the Pandavas and ruled by Yudhishthir, while the other part was retained by the Kauravas to be ruled by Duryodhan. But Duryodhan was not content. He wanted everything for himself. And so his conspiracies continued. Once he deceitfully sent the Pandavas into exile for 13 years with the assurance that the kingdom would be returned to them after the exile was over. The Pandavas accepted their fate and walked away. But when they returned after 13 years, Duryodhan refused to hand over their kingdom. The Pandavas tried to reason with him, even compromise, but Duryodhan did not agree. He said he would not give land equivalent even to the tip of a needle without a war. When all efforts for a peaceful settlement failed, war was the only option left. A war that was avoidable became inevitable. Dhritarashtra, being the ruler at that time, had the power to stop the war, but he did not do so. That's because not only was he blind from birth, but he was also blinded by the attachment towards his sons, especially Duryodhan. He loved his sons so much that he turned a blind eye to all his evil deeds, including this war. As the war inched closer, Maharshi Vedvyas offered to give Dhritarashtra divine vision so that he could himself watch the war from his palace. just as we watch the telecast of events at home nowadays. But Dhritarashtra declined the offer. He was scared his sons might die in the war and he did not have the courage to witness their death. But he did want to know everything about the war. Therefore, his close aide Sanjay was bestowed with the divine vision, whereby he could see, hear and know everything that was happening on the battlefield and give a running commentary to Dhritarashtra. Then the war finally started. Sanjay and Dhritarashtra were seated in the palace, and it was at that point in time that Dhritarashtra asked Sanjay a question which forms the opening verse of the Gita. What question did Dhritarashtra ask Sanjay? We will see in the next episode. Thank you.